So a common mistake that people make when they're planning for retirement is not having a budget. Your budget or your spending plan is actually the center, it's the heart, it's the control center of your finances. This is where we get an understanding of what's coming in and how it's taxed, as well as what's going out, how you're spending your money. A lot of times there is a disconnect between what we think we're doing and how we're actually showing up in the world. So I have a couple of tips for you on how to create a budget for retirement. First is that you want to start with what you're spending now. Now, I don't mean grabbing a piece of paper and jotting down what you think you're spending. I mean going out and getting the evidence of what you're actually doing. The best and most effective way to do that? Gather up the last 3 months of statements you have for your bank and your credit card accounts. Go through each of those statements and categorize each transaction, what's come in and where it came from, as well as what's gone out and what you spent it on. You can put those expenses into different categories that make sense to you and then total them up. Once you have several months of data, you can average it out and get an idea of what your average monthly spending is. This is your starting point. Keep in mind, we're not trying to nail this to the penny. It doesn't have to be perfect. What we're trying to do is get the pulse on what's going on. Where is our money coming from and where is it going? Once you have this data, you can easily see where you can make changes. You might find that you have money leaks, things that you're spending money on that really don't mean much to you, where you may have things that you would like to put more time and attention to. And the budget allows us to do that. It's a work in progress. Once you've created a budget, you can then ask yourself these questions. What expenses change or go away once I go into retirement? You may have a drop in dining out, transportation, or maybe even clothing. Are there expenses that are going to end in retirement? These are things like your mortgage payments, car payments. Are those things going to end as you move into retirement? What expenses are likely to increase? Healthcare is a big one. We may spend more on healthcare or groceries. Are there any big ticket items that you need to consider in your retirement? Listen, planning on keeping the same car for the rest of your life is probably not realistic, but the purchase of a new car is something you probably need to plan for. In addition to that, you may have things like travel or maybe renovations for your home, or maybe you want to buy a new home. And lastly, are there causes or accounts that you want to continue to fund even throughout retirement? For example, you may tithe to your church and want to continue to do so. Or you may want to make sure that you can continually fund your emergency savings account so you always have cash on hand and available. Once you've created this budget, now you have a template, now you have something to work with. Like I mentioned, it's a work in progress, so you want to continue to review it and monitor it frequently, especially in the beginning. Budgets are not meant to be perfect, so the idea is not to nail it to the penny. The idea is to be conscious of what you're doing and to live within your means. Lastly, increasing your budget 2 to 3% per year for each expense is a good way to account for inflation. Your purchasing power today is not going to be the same in 5, 10, 15 years from now. So by accounting for that in your budget, you're ensuring that your spending and your income is keeping pace with your purchasing power. It's actually pretty easy to avoid these common mistakes in retirement, especially when you have somebody working with you at your side to help you navigate through these various financial landscapes. If you have a question, you can go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Contact us directly on our website, myincomeplan.com.